My name is Gino Schilders and I am Dutch. I come from the Netherlands and I'm living for some 27 years now in the Czech Republic. At the moment I have mainly two things, mainly working for sports, so working for field hockey here in the Czech Republic as the president of the Czech Hockey Federation and the trainer of Slávie and doing Erasmus projects. And my next part is I have a small company dealing with textile. I ended up in Czech Republic by car. So I want to go on an adventure, so I cancelled my job in the Netherlands. I took the car, I went to Prague with my backpack and with a sleeping bag, and I started to look for work here. So I spent some times in the phone booth in Moestek to look for a job. So I was calling to about 100, 200 companies. So I want to be in a country which was looking for a dynamic country because I like to build stuff and I like to develop stuff. And at the end, Prague won. I can't remember exactly the reason, but I traveled here also before when I was a student. I liked the place, so at the end it was Prague. Yeah, a lot of people ask me why in this direction and why moving from Western Europe to Eastern or Central Europe. Yeah, for me it was really the adventure, and I think what I appreciate most is when you go to another country, then I started to realize what you had in your home country. So it's not, I liked it in the Netherlands. At the same time, I started to appreciate much more what I had in the Netherlands. Yeah, that was the main reason. Multiple. I liked because it was just after the Berlin Wall fell, so I really liked, as I mentioned, the dynamics. So you saw young people still between the parents who saying still in the communistic system, but also already looking to the future and wanting to move ahead. So I really liked that kind of the phase that the country was opening up, because I think it only happens once in a lifetime. Yeah, and I also fell in love with Prague because I think it's a beautiful city. I still like until today just to walk around, keep my head up. I came here, I cancelled my job in the Netherlands. I went here to look for a job. So it was really for the adventure and for, I was not planning to be here just for a few years. I want to stay a longer time, and of course if I wouldn't like it I would go somewhere else. But yeah, I really feel part of the Czech community. First words were mainly related to sport because we were training here, so after hearing the words doleva doprava, it got obvious what it means. Yeah, and in the beginning I was mixing some words, so it was quite funny because like kostel and postel, and you're smiling because you know the difference, and I also know the difference now. It's funny, of course, with the r, so the 303. Well, for me to order beer, I never learned it because I don't drink beer. I still have a bet with my father that I will never drink beer, so that bet is still on. I never tried Pilsen. When I came here, I started to play here at Slávie. I'm a trainer from when I was 15 years old, so it was logically for me also to train. And at a certain moment, we were promoted to A division, which is the highest division in Europe. So with a group of enthusiastic people, we said we would like to get into the federation. And there's a voting system, so the clubs vote once in 4 years for the president and for the people in the board. So that's some 12 years ago we were voted in with the group to be the new board of the federation. So since that time I'm the president of the federation. Yeah, so we have between 2,500 and 3,000 members. We're about half and half, so it's half men, half women, half boys, half girls. I would say that 99% are Czech players. I only know about 1 or 2 players who are really joining the regular league. We sometimes had also like some Erasmus students who were here for a year. We had 2 or 3 times we had a Spanish guy, a German guy joining our team. So it's a nice mixture. I would say, yeah, as a president, you're doing everything and nothing. We're, let's say, a middle-sized federation, middle-sized sport here in Czech Republic. So it's really from youth development to the competition, to international games, towards development of the coaches, towards working with the schools, towards sustainability programs. We have a hockey team for mentally disabled. We have masters, so for older players. I think it's also the role of a president or president of a club or a federation to, in a healthy way, motivate, inspire and push people to do more. I think for Czech sports, I think compared to the number of the 10 million inhabitants, I think it's incredible how many Czech good sports people are there. So I think that's already on a very good level. I think there's huge opportunity still in team sports. It's more complex because you really need the team to function. It's 16 characters which you have to put together, so it's a bit more complicated thing than individual sports. Switching to a different kind of coaching style, I think is the key. We shouldn't tell the kids what they must do. I think we should ask the kids how they can do it and how they can do it in a different way. And of course, sometimes we have to guide them. We have to give them a direction. But instead of saying, okay, you shouldn't shoot there on your backhand, yeah, it's a different way. You say, okay, hey, nice shot on your backhand, but how can you do different? Learning from the sport, because it's not only about field hockey, it's about learning life skills, right? So I find it more important to develop the people than to develop the players in such. In the federation, a big part of the funding is from the ministry, or let's say from a national sport agency. I think that multi-financing is the way ahead, because it's very good that the state, of course, supports sports. My personal opinion, comparing how much percent is that of the budget compared to a lot of other countries, I think that should be much more, because I think it also has a big prevention effect on healthcare. So yeah, in sporting people, you need less money later for people getting older and with all kinds of diseases. So I think it's much smarter to turn it, but I know it's a difficult discussion. So it's about the trainers' development, it's about getting more kids in, it's about infrastructure, because we have more kids coming in, but we don't have enough pitches, so we're looking for new locations for pitches. And of course also with sports, yeah, people socialize. So it is a way to get out of your home, meet somebody on the pitch, meet somebody in the clubhouse, having a nice time together. And as humans, we need this social bonding. We are humans. We need love. We need social gathering, because this is what defines us, right? We're not robots. So again, there I think sports, culture, getting together is critical. Tip number 1, surround yourself with healthy people. Tip number 2, study on a healthy lifestyle. And tip number 3, drink more water.